What a grand opening night that was, and if that scoring rate is kept up, then the 3 goals per game average will be the most in the history of the European Championship finals. Oh, okay, maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself because it is only 1 game down. There are still another 50 to go, and that begins with 3 belting matches coming up today. It all begins with the 2016 semi-finalists Wales facing off against Switzerland, and probably seeing my lofty dreams that I had just then coming to a crushing reality. You see, Wales netted just 1.25 goals per game in qualification, the joint lowest of any of the sides to reach the finals, while Switzerland have scored more than 1 goal only once in the 13 games they've played at the finals. Congratulations yesterday to all of you at Opta analysts who voted for Italy to be victorious, matching the outcome of our AI model, and maybe that run is going to continue today. For those of you who voted this time around are backing Switzerland for the victory, with 47% of you behind them, then the draw coming in at 28%, and a Welsh victory only just behind at 25%. And do you know what? It's very similar when taking a closer look at our prediction model right now. In fact, it's indistinguishable. Maybe I should have just put up that Spider-Man meme instead to explain all. So with Group A wrapped up for match week 1, focus turns to Group B, where Denmark and Finland get the action underway, and a real tale of 2 contrasting fortunes. This will be Finland's first ever match in a major tournament, but for the 1992 champions Denmark, this will be their 9th European Championship finals appearance in total, although their first since 2012. And perhaps unsurprisingly, you have backed the old hands to come out on top in our @Opta analyst poll, with 86% of you favouring a Denmark win, the draw coming in at 10% and a Finnish victory just 4%. Our AI model isn't quite as certain in their choice as you are, but it isn't far off. Denmark sitting with a 73% chance of victory there, the draw at 17%, whilst we have given Finland a little bit more hope at 10%. Your football feast comes to a close today with Belgium, second favourites in our tournament prediction model, taking on Russia. Quite rightly, there's a lot of expectation on the Belgian golden generation to deliver, with just themselves and France being the only 2 European teams to have reached the quarter-finals in each of the last 3 major tournaments, our model giving them a 17.9% chance of victory overall. Now those of you who watched our pre-tournament predictor will be saying, hang on here, that number has changed. And guess what? You'd be right. You see, our AI model is able to take into account results and such like to change the outcome of what it believes. In fact, let's take a closer look at the comparison between Italy's predictions going into the game and after the game, their chance of qualifying for the round of 16 moving upwards, along with their hopes of finishing top of the group. It's a very different story for Turkey though, pretty much all hope of topping the group gone, and the model now actually favours Wales slightly more in terms of reaching the last 16. But all of that can change today, and the best place to find out how the results affect the predictor model is by heading to the Euros Hub on theanalyst.com. Anyway, back to Belgium v Russia and how you think that match is going to play out. Well, it's a rout really. 89% of you backing a Belgium victory, with just 6% going for the draw and 5% backing the Russians. Our model again is supporting your theory, but once again, not quite as emphatically. Belgium sitting with a 54% chance of victory, the draw at 26%, and a Russia win at 20%. Anyway, thanks for tuning in once again today. We'll be back each and every match day, so make sure you keep your eyes out on our Twitter account @OptaAnalyst about how you can take part in the polls for each and every game. And also, don't forget to check out theanalyst.com, where we are writing and creating content each and every day throughout the tournament. That's all for you from The Analyst, home of data-driven storytelling.